Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to discuss the Manchester United versus Arsenal preview. This is the first game that United are going to be playing, and it's at Old Trafford. So let's go over the lineup first, which you can see here. So I think we're gonna striker. I think we're gonna start with Sesko because Amarim's recent interviews have kind of alluded to the fact that he's ready. I don't think it's not gonna be like where he needs a preseason or something, which you can remember with Ten Hag, man. I just bad memories. So I think in that number 10 positions it will be Cunha and Mbomo. Mostly because I think we need a bit of physicality against Arsenal because their centre backs, obviously Saliba and Gabriel, are gonna be very physical. So we would need Cunha and Mbemo. In the midfield too, obviously Bruno is gonna play because if you saw Amarim's recent like the press conference before the match, he did mention that Bruno is gonna be closer to the ball, and it's he doesn't have he has players now in front of him that can make the difference, so he doesn't need to be closer to the goal. The other pairing is actually a little tricky. I think a lot of people are going with Menu, but I don't think it's gonna be Menu. It's gonna be either Ugarte or Casemiro. I've gone with Ugarte just because the Arsenal's midfield is going to be very very physical with Rice, Odegaard, and Zubamendi. I think we need Ugarte's legs and his physicality. It might be Casemiro also, but depends because I don't think Casemiro can really keep up with the pace of the game now. But that really depends. On the left, I think it's gonna be Dogu, which is pretty straightforward. We don't really have any other good option. Diego Leon, I think he's very new to the Premier League. I think he's gonna be introduced slowly. Then on the right wing back, I don't think it's gonna be Ahmad because against Arsenal we're gonna have to be counter-attacking, even though we like ideally wouldn't want to be. But in the current scenario, I think we're gonna play a bit counter-attacking. So I think it will be Dalo, which is not bad if you like. It's not bad. I think Dalo is good at the right wing back position, but I still have doubts about Dalo because, like, the only reason that he's gonna be added is because of the defensive security, and because Ahmad is not very well endowed with height. But I think I've seen Dalo being terrible at the far post and the near post, so it doesn't make a lot of sense. But I think I don't know. Dalo, I think, really has to step up this season because Amorim has a lot of trust in him, and it's not really good for Amorim also that Dalo doesn't perform well. In the centre back positions, I've gone right centre back has to be Yoro. If you saw him on the preseason, he's improved so much, and even when it comes about like set pieces, he's so good. When it comes about, man's a defender and he's such an awesome dribbler, which blows my fact. If you saw I think it was the preseason game against Everton, maybe the last one that we played, he was so good in the box. Then for centre back, a lot of people might go for Harry Maguire, but I would say that we would need Dillit. Dillit, I think he's very underrated for some reason because I don't know why United fans don't rate him more. I rate him really highly. He's been he was a very good defender at Ajax, then at Juventus, then at Bayern. Bayern, I think people rate his time at Bayern a bit shoddily, which I don't get because like he was very good for them. And there's this thing that Dillit is injury prone. I don't think he is. Like, a lot of our other defenders got way more injuries than Dillit. In the left centre back, ideally I would go for Heaven. I really love watching him. He's just 18, but my God, he's so good. He's so tall. It provides a lot of cover for the height position in the set pieces. But I still think it's gonna be Shaw only because of the fact that Amorim and every other manager who's been at the club has loved him. And the good thing is that he's had a preseason. He's not really been injured. So I think as long as he's fit, he is gonna edge it over Heaven. But I would like to see Heaven come on maybe later in the game, maybe when we're winning. So yeah, but in goal, I think it will be Onana. Like, if you're giving me a choice between Binder and Onana, I'll always choose Onana because Binder was supposed to be really good, and I don't know, man. He's was good against Arsenal. He saved the penalty against Arsenal in the last year in the FA Cup. But apart from that, I've not really seen good performances from him. And even during preseason, he didn't look that convincing. And I wouldn't say like if he's taken his place over Onana or he's pushed him out. So Onana unfortunately has to start. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope Onana has a blinder and he's completely changed and we see the Onana that we saw for Inter, which, like, to be fair, the Onana that we saw for Inter, he was also not good at shot stopping. But let's hope that we are able to avoid any mistakes from Onana. Like, my God, whenever I remember the mistakes Onana has made, oh, the Bayern Munich game that cost us so dearly, the Galatasaray game away. I just remember all that. But then there was a redeeming moment against, I think, FC Copenhagen, where he saved the penalty in the last minute, and we thought that was going to be resurgence. He's had so many false dawns that I just don't trust him now. I don't think he's a good enough shot stopper. I don't think. The thing is, he's supposed to be really good with his distribution, but he's not good with his distribution, which is very annoying. Because when if you saw him against City, when he was playing against City for Inter, he was so good. Like, his balls to the striker, and it led to counter attacks. Like, I just don't get what happened. Maybe it's the pressure of the shirt, but like, I think we all already kind of know that. So yeah, this is gonna be the predicted lineup, I think. And I think let's go to the people that the result that I think is gonna happen. I think it's gonna be. I'm going for a score draw. I don't think like, people are expecting us to get beaten by Arsenal 3-4-0. I don't think that's going to be the case. People always predict that when big teams come to Old Trafford, that they're going to be very dominant. That they might be very dominant, but I don't think they're going to score a lot. And plus, given that Arsenal also have a very good defense and United also have a good defense, mainly because we're going to play with a back five. But I think last season our defense wasn't the problem; it was the attack. So I don't expect Arsenal to score 3-4 goals. Like, I'm not gonna jinx it by saying it can't happen. So, but I think we're gonna score also. I think it's gonna be a score draw. I'm going for 2-2. I'm going for 2-2 draw. And if United win, like, that's the best thing. Like, if I'm happy to be proven wrong there, because if United win the opening game against Arsenal, I'm gonna be delusional and think we're gonna win the league. No, I'm not gonna do that. But I think that's gonna be the result. I think it's gonna be a score draw. And let's hope I'm wrong and United win. So yeah, see you next time. Bye.